let's go ahead and start. Welcome. My name is Susan. This is So Inspired Designs. That is my initials, and I am hoping that I can inspire with you with a couple upcycle ideas today. So very inexpensive, super easy, and you may even have several of these items already on hand in your craft room or maybe in your decor stash. I am always, you guys, my eyes are watering today again. I am always excited to be able to show you how to upcycle stuff, how to take something you already have, and if you're kind of bored with it or you feel like, you want to change your color scheme, that you can just take what you have and you can make it yours. I love to do that. I don't always go out and buy brand new decor every year. Or even if I decide to change things, I will just modify what I have. So today what I'm going to show you, I'm modifying a few things. They were not things I had on hand. Be honest with you, when I moved, I got rid of a lot of things. So I didn't even really get to decorate for fall because I was in the middle of moving last year. I did put some things out. Don't get me wrong. I did put some things out because I do that. But I didn't get to do, hi, how are you, sister? I did not decorate as much as I usually do. And I'll be honest with you again, I have not felt the desire to decorate for fall yet because it's so hot. It's still pretty hot here. I'm in coastal North Carolina and it's super hot. So I say super hot. It's not super hot. It just feels like summer still. So I'm trying to find that in between. Like to make it like a beachy fall. So that's kind of what I have in mind. I have a color scheme in mind for fall this year. Thank you for sprinkling. I have a color scheme in mind this year for my fall that I feel like maybe it'll make it feel a little bit like it's beachy, but it's fall, etc. Because all of those typical fall colors, I'm just not feeling that. And we won't see a lot of leaves. I mean, we have a couple leaves changing, but we won't see a lot of leaves start to change until October. So it is hard. I mean, and I don't mean like the beginning of October. So anyway, when you hop on, I'm hoping I can see comments over here because I'm not seeing anything. Hi Barbara, how are you? If you're new, let me know where you're watching from. I love to have new friends on my live in my craft room with me. So if you're wondering what we're going to work on today, this is the first thing I'm going to work on. I have never bought one of these, and if I had some pumpkins that I could use in my stash, I would have just used that. But like I said, I did get rid of a lot of things when I moved. I gave them to the 3 different kids. I gave them away. I donated them. I sold things. So I tried to whittle down what I had. So I did not have one of these pumpkins. So I had to break down and buy this. I did get it at Hobby Lobby, and I did get it on 40% off. So it's just one of those paper mache pumpkins. And maybe you're crafty enough that you would even be wanting to make your own paper mache pumpkin. I have not done paper mache in years, and I'll be honest with you, it's one of those things. I'm okay if I didn't. I'd rather buy it than make it at this point. I'd rather spend my time making other things. So that's what we're going to work with here. And then these guys, you may have seen these. This is at your local Walmart. Hi, Renee. How are you? Sorry, guys. My eyes watering. At your local Walmart, these are some foam flocked pumpkins. That's like a tongue twister. And they're fine. This one, I am going to just zhuzh it up a little bit. So it's fine the way it is. I do like that it's flocked. It is a pretty color. It's going to kind of go along with what I've got in mind. So my colors for the fall are peach and pink, like a light pink. So that's my colors I'm thinking for fall and for Halloween. So I'm going to kind of be doing things along that line. But for this particular project, I have an inspiration piece, and that is my napkin. So we are going to Mod Podge a napkin on here. We're going to just zhuzh this up a little bit and make it kind of go with my decor. And this is what I'm going to be working with. It's not exactly what I was looking for. And this is from the Dollar General. You know, it's a 16 count pack of napkins, and I like it a lot. It didn't have all the colors I was really hoping to find. I had something specific in mind, and it was really kind of retro 70s look. and I have not found one in person, and I didn't want to order something online. So I think we're just going to go with this for now and call it a day. We're going to do that. So we're going to Mod Podge this napkin on here and zhuzh this up. And I was just showing this because I wanted you to know they had a couple other colors. They may have had one other color. I just grabbed this kind of creamy color. And I doubt I'll keep it that color, but for right now, I'm not going to do anything with it today, but I did want to just at least show you guys that. I'm not going to do anything with that one today because I'm still thinking on that one, what I want to do to it. So anyway, we're going to get started. The easiest project here is this. I thought these have their price on it, but they didn't. I'm wondering, they might have even been, y'all, they might have just been like 97 cents. I don't even know. I can't remember. But that's all. We're just going to do that. I just thought it's something I need to do anyway. And it's hard. I know everybody's doing Halloween and doing fall projects, and I've just not been feeling it. So I've been actually upcycling and finishing some projects at my house that have been lingering on my to-do list, way overdue. So that's kind of what I shared last week. This week I've had quite a bit going on. I've had quite a few things to do. So anyway, I don't know, maybe I usually have decorated for fall by now. I did go ahead and do something on my coffee bar, which I usually decorate for the seasons. Seasons and reasons is what I like to say. But I did it in the bumblebee. I just did like a bee and a honey kind of theme for now until I feel like I'm ready to throw some fall on there. So anyway, that's what I've got going on. So what I'm going to do to zhuzh this up and kind of change the tone of it a little bit is I'm just going to add some of this metallic. I know you all probably, let me put this off of me a little bit because it's kind of right in my eye. Anyway, I'm going to use this metallic acrylic paint by Deco Art, and it's rose gold. So it's just going to add a little softening to this, harsh orange color. And not that it's really orange, it's more like a rust. If I had to really say, it's more like a rust. All right, now, you guys know I am always like, I don't even have my big painting mat up here, but I'm always just being lazy about it. I'm not even going to pull anything else out. And I'm just going to use one of my big paintbrushes, and we're just going to go over it and see if we can get it to take. Because that's the other thing. I'm not even sure with this flocking that's on it, this kind of material that's on it, whether it's going to take this paint or not. But what I had decided was I'm not going to do anything to prepare it or prep it or, make it that way. I'm just going to paint, and we're going to just see what happens, because no matter what, I think it's going to pick up some of the hue of the metallic, and that'll be enough for me. I don't mind. I'm not trying to completely change the color. If I was, I would have done something different, or I might have used a different type of pumpkin to paint. So really, I'm just kind of accenting right here inside of the grooves, and then just brushing it over it. And we're just going to do that all the way around. It's very simple. I am just here hoping to inspire you, and I'm living bravely because I don't even have a paint smock on, but hopefully I'll behave myself. So let me know in comments if you have decorated for fall yet, and if so, are you using the traditional fall colors? I would love to know. All right. See, it's not going to take long at all. And this was just, I already had this paint on hand. I had to go to Walmart last week one day with my husband. We went. I needed a couple other things, and he doesn't mind going for some reason. He'll go. I go there very seldom because I just am not a big fan. And it's kind of like all the way on the other side of town. I know that sounds so lazy, but it's on the other side of town. So if I don't have to go there for something, I won't. But sometimes there are certain things that I can only find there. And when I was in there, of course, I had to walk through, the fall section. I can't even remember what we were there looking for now. I know we went over that side of town to get some mulch for my flower beds. And of course, I had to look through the plants. But the Walmart here does not have a good selection of plants. I've had Walmarts before that I've had really good selections. So you might not even be able to tell that anything is happening here, but I can see it, and I'm hoping that when it dries, it's just going to be one of those little added touches just to make it mine and just to pick up a little bit of sparkle. So anyway, let me see. Oh, let me see if I can get that. I struggle with the lighting in here, you guys. One of these days, I'm going to take more time. Can you see that I've done something to it at least? I have done a little something to it. It almost made it a little darker right now, which is not what I was going for. So we'll see. I'm going to let it dry, see what happens, see if I like it. We're going to set that over to the side for right now. And we'll go from there. So we're going to go ahead and I'll wipe this up real quick. That's the one good thing about these mats and my glass that I have on my mat, that I can just clean it up pretty quickly. All right, so for this, I'm gonna have to do the wet Mod Podge technique, obviously. I am not gonna be able to do the dry. Sorry, I just saw paint on there that I didn't even realize I had gotten. And these are nice big napkins. These are, I don't know, what do they call those? They're not cocktail napkins. I'm trying to think. This has a different name. It's almost like a guest, like you would have a little guest house. Hey, Jessica, how are you? Renee, how are you, my friend? All right, so they're going to be 2-ply, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it says 2-ply. So we are going to take the back part off of it. So maybe what I'll do is I'll go ahead and do a couple of those first, because, you know, we're going to need more than one, and I'm probably going to, you know, I might tear and rip and do things like that. We'll see. Because I don't mind, because it's going to be Mod Podged on there, so it's not going to bother me. So we'll go ahead and pull 2 of them out there. And I did want to let you guys know also, I will be posting in my VIP group. I might do it this weekend. I haven't decided. And I'm actually trying to make time to do a whatnot sale, my first whatnot sale. So I may put it in my VIP group and do a whatnot sale, plan on that for maybe next week. I've been signed up for whatnot for probably a month and a half, and I just have not taken the time. It takes a little bit of time to get stuff like that together and to put those sales on, and I just haven't taken the time to do it. But I am going to be offering some napkin bundles, so I just wanted to let you know that. And if you're wondering what I just did then to make that so easy, I just put a tiny bit of Mod Podge on my fingers just to kind of make it sticky. You have decorated a little bit. Yay! Hooray! I'm just not feeling it. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what the deal is. It's not me. It's not like me. I think I have some other stuff going on. And I just think, I don't know. I just don't know. All right, so I just put a little bit of Mod Podge on there. And look, it made it so easy. Now, I always save this back piece because you can use it for lots of things. You can use it in mixed media. You can use it for applying, just cleaning stuff up. You can also use it for like wax, when I'm using my wax and stuff like that. So now these are both ready. I'm going to set them aside here so they're out of the way. And then we're going to go ahead and start Mod Podging this. Now I'm not going to Mod Podge the whole thing because, you know, Mod Podge dries pretty quick. And I want to work slowly around all of it. And I'm not going to do, I don't think I'm going to do the stem. I think I'm going to leave the stem. I might even paint that rose gold again. I'm going to leave the stem for right now and we'll go from there. But let me put the lid back on this. I don't know, raise your hand. Give me a heart if you guys have more than one bottle open of Mod Podge, the same type of Mod Podge in your craft room. I was looking for my Mod Podge. I'm like, oh, I don't want to use that one. I think I have another small bottle. And then I found this one. So I think I have 4 open containers of the same type of Mod Podge. You know, it happens. It happens. All right. So I'm just going to use a foam brush this time. And we're just going to work around this. You know, this is not hard, you guys. It's just, I'm here to inspire you, hopefully, and just give you an idea. So we're just going to start. And I have, do you guys, I don't know if you guys call it this. Hopefully it's not going to offend anybody. I have a paint booger. It's actually a glue booger in here. See? Ugh, I hate that. And that was getting in the way of coming out. This one may not, probably is not going to have enough for my whole project. Oh my goodness. We might have more than one in there. It's been that long since I've used it. So, ooh, this one might not be the best choice. I might have to go back to, ooh, hold on now. Do you see that one too, you guys? Oh, I hate those. Get that off of there. It's okay. It's okay. Ooh, it's sliding down. Let me get this off on my brush, and then I can attend to that. Okay, here we go. Wow. I don't think I've ever had that many in there at once. Okay. Get up here, guy. All right, now I talk to my craft projects. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely talk to my craft projects. I just thought it would be a good idea to come on here and do this. It would get my mind off of the weather situation. Luckily, this time on the east coast of North Carolina, we are not getting hit. Thank goodness, because we've already had 2 major storms since the beginning of August, and I would really like to have a break, but it is hitting the mountains instead, and my daughter lives there. And it's hitting some of the middle part of the state with tornado warnings and wind and stuff like that, and that's where my son lives. So, you know, it's a little bit stressful to keeping up with everything, making sure they're keeping up with everything, and spending a lot of time praying and believing and trusting in protection. So I thought this would be a good distraction. I mean, I have been busy cleaning today anyway, but this is just something else I could do. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just, I really don't, honestly, guys, I don't want it uniform, so I'm going to tear it apart a little bit. And hi, Luann. Oh, hey, Tammy, how are you? Sorry, guys, I did not see. You don't have any? You don't have any? Oh, my gosh. How is that possible? All right, so I'm just going to put it, you know, wrapping around wherever I put Mod Podge already. We're going to apply some. But I don't want it to be like uniform, so I'm definitely going to tear it up and just pull some pieces. And once you get done doing it, it all kind of melts together anyway. It's going to be fine because I want it to be kind of... All right, so... Hey, I'm on a live. Okay, I figured you were. I heard him getting excited. He's coming to tell me he's taking our buddy for a walk. I could hear him getting all excited. I need to trim his fur on his paw. So all I'm doing now is just kind of using the Mod Podge to even like push it, you know, adhere it even more and give me a more like where my seams are. I need to trim his fur on his paws and his nails because they get slipping and sliding, poor guy. I could hear him getting excited. I knew that's probably what was happening. And he was on a call. He has a conference call every week about this time, and he was on a call. I didn't tell him that I was getting ready to go on live. All right, so I'm just working with what I have right now. Luann, let me know where you're watching from. And who else? Let's see. I'm not seeing my comments on my iPad for some reason. Jessica, where are you watching from? And Barb, let me know, guys. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need... I wish I had grabbed that other small bottle. This one has so many... I can't even begin to tell you how old this probably is. But the good thing is, it doesn't go bad. So if you can get rid of the parts that are yucky, you can still use the rest of it. You see how easy? And look, this is what's so cool about these kind of projects is you don't even have to be neat about it. Like, just zhuzh it down. I mean, you don't have to even do that. Ooh, speaking of which, you know what? If that doesn't pick up enough sparkle for me, because I feel like it just made it darker, I may put some Mod Podge and some sprinkle, or I may I'm going to look at my sparkly acrylic paint and add to it, I think. Oh, do you see these? Oh. Okay. you're probably, if it bothers you, I apologize, but it's if you do this, you're going to get a little bit of glue on your hands. Some people don't like that. It doesn't bother me. You can peel it off, rub it off, wash it off, whatever needs to happen. It's just something. It's just fun to do creative, you guys. This is just a nice way to add touches to your house without having to, let me see if I can get that light around here a little bit more for y'all. Without having to break the bank. But you can customize it to the way you like it. Can you guys see that all right? I opted not to go with the top view this time with my, I did that the other day when I did a project. Just to show my hands and show you guys so you could see the project easier. What the heck day was that? Was that Tuesday? Maybe I did go live this week. Maybe it was Tuesday. Wow, that is so sad that I cannot remember. I don't know. You would have thought we had a holiday this week, but we did not. But for some reason, I just have lost track of days. I had a friend visit, and she was visiting. She stayed through Monday afternoon, and then I went, as I think I showed you guys a picture, I went and did some creating for a fundraiser for the Sea Turtle organization. So I lost Monday all the way around. You know, that day was just kind of gone. So I think that's why, that's what happens a lot of times when we have that, you know, like a 3-day weekend or something. So I think that's why. Let's see. I don't want to overlap too much. So I want to get the most use for my napkin. Not that I don't have plenty. And it was $2 for that whole pack, guys. But you know, sometimes you don't need a whole napkin pack. You know, even if you want to do a little project, if you're like most creatives, we like to make things with napkins a lot often. And, but you may not need, you know, a whole pack. So it is nice. That's why I'm going to be offering some napkin bundles, because I picked up some really fun napkins at my local, one of my local discount stores. And I don't need them all, even for craft projects. And I use them also. I mean, I put them out just for fun. Even if it's just me and hubby, I will still put them out for fun for different holidays, just to have a different, you know, have something fun. Even that decorates to use instead of regular napkins. I am a theme person, very much so. And so tomorrow, I thought, you know, I need to do a fall project because I haven't done very many. And tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a Halloween type project. I'm going to be doing a haunted house, but it's going to be a fun haunted house. Hey, Linda, how are you? So I thought, you know what? I should at least try to do some kind of fall project before I jump right into Halloween. So that's going to be exciting. I'm in an event, and the theme, like I said, is haunted houses, but I don't do spooky. I only do fun. So mine won't be creepy. Mine won't be creepy or spooky. Mine will just be fun. And I think I've got it narrowed down to 2 different ideas, because actually last year I did 2 haunted houses last year. 2 haunted house projects last year. And I'll probably share those, a replay of those videos to you guys on my page if you want to keep track of those, because one of them is still, you could get your hands on. The other one you cannot. But I did a couple really fun. Maybe it wasn't last year. Was it last year or was it the year before? Gosh almighty, you guys. It is not fun getting old. I cannot even keep up with remembering. Was it last year that I did that project? I know I did one of the haunted houses last year. I just can't remember if the other one I did the year before. So, it's just the way it is. So I'm kind of tearing this enough that it can go on top, kind of around the stem. And then you can always just kind of dab it. That is why it is kind of nice to use a foam brush when you're doing Mod Podge. That way, if you have like, you see where I have little indents here like this, it kind of just, you can use it to push it in there around it and get the excess glue out of the brush or the foam, whereas with a paintbrush, sometimes you can't. And that way, even if you didn't want to touch it, you wouldn't have to touch it that much. I'm not seeing much chatter going on there. And guys, oh, here we go. I have a little bit. I can see a couple comments over on my iPad. All right. I'm not seeing very much chatter going on. I know I kind of came on at dinner time for some people. It's not supper time for me. We don't eat this early. But I figured it would be a good time for me to go ahead and get this done. I'm in the middle of another project that I'm recording for you guys, and I just kind of needed a break from that. So I decided to switch gears. Now, you could have even painted this pumpkin before you put on your napkin. If you did, the color that you paint underneath it would kind of show through more. And I probably could have painted like a pink color, and then it would have pulled up a little bit more pink for me. But this is what we got going on so far. What do you guys think? Do you like that? Do you like that pattern? I just liked a lot of the colors in it. And you know, that color green, that like, it's almost like a seafoam green. And then we've got the orange. We've got a little gold in there. I'm not crazy about this like orangey gold, but if you kind of think about it as peach, you could kind of think of it as peachy. And then it's got a little tiny hint of this darker color, which is almost like our Jolene, to be honest with you. That color did get sold out. That was our color of the month for this month, but it was super pretty. And then we're just working our way down the pumpkin, y'all. That's all we're doing, is just working our way down. But with a napkin like this where it's thinner, I mean, it's a Dollar Tree, so it's not like super thick, even the one ply. You're going to see through it a little bit more. So if, you know, you may want to paint under it before you do it. And if you're not a member of my VIP group, I'd love to have you in there. It's just like a private group where I can offer sales and specials and discounts and things like that on some products that I don't usually run out here. Tips and tricks, things like that. Most of the tips and tricks I have in there, most of them, not 100% of them, but most of them are related to chalk couture because I am an independent designer for chalk couture. I'm not using any chalk on this project, but that's the beauty of being a creative or a DIY is that, you know, you can, or craft, or you can use a variety of mediums. You don't have to stick with the same thing all the time. And if I wanted to incorporate something in here with chalk couture, I could do a little tag or something like that to go with it. I could have even chalked some material or something like that to use to put on top of it, but I didn't want to. I just wanted to do this time. I'm not even sure anywhere is really experiencing fall type temperatures, although I think I have a friend who is in like maybe she's in Massachusetts. I don't know. She's up north. I can't remember if it's Massachusetts or New Hampshire. I can't remember. But, and I think they've had a lot of leaves already, you know, fall changing colors and all that kind of good stuff. And it's been cooler, I think, like, you know, maybe in the morning 40s and 50s. So, whoops, pull that right off, you guys. So I'm just going to dab that down. Now, you don't want to rub it across your napkin because then you can tear it. You just kind of want to dab it, and like I said, you can even use your fingers if you want to kind of do that part. You can rub it a little bit, but you just don't want to do so much that you tear And it's kind of almost making it waterproof too. Let's see. What is sold out? What's sold out, Lori? I know Jolene is sold out. Oh, oh, that's okay, Linda. Good news. God knows I have a ton too, girlfriend. But yeah, I'm sure you probably have something I don't, you know. That's the fun thing about trading things is that you can, I'm going to take that off. I don't need this on there anymore. Share them with friends. I actually have a ton of napkins, and I have many times been meaning to offer them for sale in each season because I have so many, because I can't resist. If I see a cute napkin, I have to get it. And they're usually not that expensive for the whole pack. If I see a little bit of the napkin sticking up somewhere, I just go back over it with the Mod Podge, with the sponge. See, we're getting there. I mean, obviously this pumpkin is a pretty good size, so it's gonna take you a little while, but crafting is therapy and therapeutic, in my opinion. Gives you a chance to kind of slow down and focus on your project that you're working on instead of work or worries or other things. Just gives you a chance to have a little mental break and refocus and be productive. I mean, that's the big thing for me. I have to be, I'm always trying to be productive. It's hard for me not to be. Oh, wait a minute, I want to get up there a little higher. Not that I don't like doing things sometimes that aren't, like reading or something like that, but I don't spend a lot of my time doing that. I would prefer to be doing something that's, not prefer, that's not the right. Most times I choose to do something that is more productive than just reading and relaxing. That's just how I work. Not everybody works that way. I love reading, but I don't usually allow myself to do that in the middle of the day, unless I'm on the beach. Then, you know, that's a perfect time. But if I've done that, I've already decided that I'm allowing myself to rest and relax. So that just adds to the fun. And see, I haven't even gotten to the second napkin yet, you guys. Just by tearing that up, that one whole napkin is doing a great job. And ribbon. Oh, yes. Oh, you haven't even opened it. Oh, yes. Jolene, yes. I noticed that too. I noticed that too, Lori. It was sold out. Which was not surprising. It usually does. It's usually sold out much sooner, but I understand that they made a second batch of it. Because normally it comes out on the 1st, and usually by the 10th or 15th it's sold out because it's a specialty color and it's only available for that particular month. So it usually sells out pretty quickly. But for whatever reason, they decided to make a second batch. I don't know if it's because we had a holiday product launch and they thought that it would be a good color for a lot of the holiday designs. But it actually lasted longer than I thought, because I'm pretty sure it lasted through the weekend, and by Monday it was done. Pretty sure. Trying to think what day I started doing something for someone, and I was on there and I saw that it was still available. I can't remember what day it was. It was either Monday or Tuesday. But by then, I'm pretty sure by Tuesday evening or afternoon it was sold out. All right, guys, look, I still have one last piece of this little guy, of this piece. And right now it's easy for me not to get stuck into reading because I don't have any books. And I was going to get by the library Tuesday and I ran out of time. And then I thought I'd have time yesterday and I didn't. And I don't go over there just specifically for that. So it's usually if I'm over on that side of town for something else. And so I don't have any books right now. So it's easy not to get caught up in that. I can do it. I can read online, but I definitely prefer a real book. How many of you guys like reading? I know a couple of gals that are on here right now. I know very well like reading. And if you like reading, what do you prefer? A real book or do you not care? Is it anything you can read? It doesn't matter. I know some people don't even like Kindles at all, or I don't read it on a Kindle. I read it on my iPad on the app that I can use with that, with the library. But I know some people who don't even like that, won't even do that. Now, I'm probably going to have some bumps and all that kind of stuff in it, but I'm okay with it. I think it's turned out pretty. I think when I get done, it's really going to look good. I may, so you guys, there is, I feel like the color on here is off. Why does it look like, maybe it's my glasses, maybe it's the tone. It makes it look like it's like got a warm filter on there or something. I may even, there's a Mod Podge. I don't know if I want to mess with it too much though, because I don't want it to, so that was one whole napkin. Look how much it covered. Now see, if you have painted this pumpkin, you could have even done just like maybe like half of it in the napkin and the rest could have been painted. That's another idea, you guys. That would be a cool idea too. But they make a Mod Podge that is, now I'm on to napkin number 2. And I don't even have to worry that there are wrinkles in the napkin because the way I'm putting it on here, it doesn't matter. That Mod Podge that has shimmer in it, because I was thinking, ooh, I could put something on here to add a little shimmer. What's that doing? There we go. But I don't know if I want to go back over it with that or not. I don't know if they do it in a spray. I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, I'm getting some. Let me see if I can see it over here. There we go. A real book. Yeah, a real book. I know. I know my sister and Linda both love to read. Yeah. Uh-huh. You'd rather do that than not have anything, right? Yeah. I'll go through spurts where I'll have like, I'll just bust through 2 and 3 books at a time, and then I'll just take a little break because I feel like I'm not being productive with my time. I'll choose other things to fill up my time when I would have chosen to read. And when I'm in the midst of a Bible study too, if I'm doing a actual Bible study with a group and I'm, got deadlines to keep, I have a harder time keeping up with reading because I feel like I should be working on, the time I have allotted for reading is usually for my Bible study. Even though, I spend time reading the Bible every day, it's a little more advanced, a little more intense when you're doing a study or, and I don't do book clubs either because I don't like to be on a time frame. But if I needed that social interaction, I would probably choose a book club too. It is a nice way to have a social interaction with people. But then again, I'm so picky about the books I read that if I wasn't in a book club and they chose a book I didn't like, I don't know what I would do. Because I don't know about you guys. Like, I'll start reading a book And sometimes, you know, some books are slow and they're hard to get into. Hey, Carrie, they're hard to get into. But, you know, I try to give it a really good chance, a really good shot. So, Carrie, we're just Mod Podging a napkin on one of these, what do you call it, paper mache pumpkins from Hobby Lobby. Super easy, just a fun way to add a little touch of the colors that I want and the look that I'm looking for my house for fall. We're kind of going with a beachy. I'm trying to go with beachy fall. So I feel like the seafoam green and the lighter colors, more pastel colors of the orange and those kinds of things, I feel like are a little more beachy feel. So that's what I'm going for. But I'll give a book a good chance. But usually if by like the second or third chapter, I haven't felt like it's one of those things that I'm starting to invest into the characters and I want to see what's happening, then I'm like, yeah, I don't think I can read this one. I have stopped reading a book because I just could not, or the author, if it's a new author to me and I don't like the writing style, then I will stop reading. So I'm not, I mean, for most things, I am like, I won't give up on things. I am very tenacious and I'll stick with it, whether I like it or not, if it's doing something or if I've committed to something, but not when it comes to reading, because reading, I think, is just for pleasure for me. It's too much fun. So I enjoy it too much and I don't want to feel like it's like I'm forcing myself to read something. So I've never engaged in that kind of social interaction. But I do love recommendations, and I always have a recommendation. I'm constantly saving. I have one night on the turtle nest while we were waiting and waiting and waiting. A gal and I got talking about books and reading and stuff, and she asked me what kind of books I like, and I told her, and I asked her what she liked, and she told me, and we started trading book names like back and forth. Yeah, that's true. It definitely can get you outside of where you would normally, what you would normally read, for sure. And so I have the book that she told me about saved in my, I have a note in my phone. I always keep a note section in my phone for library. So whenever I come across different new books that I'm thinking, oh, maybe I'll give that one a try if I'm looking for something, then keep a running list. It's always nice. That is the one nice thing if you're in a book club. Well, I don't know if it would be or not. If you're in, I was going to say if you're in a book club, somebody can say, oh, I've read this book, you know, and you would probably like it. I bet you would like it, or it's about this, that, or the other, and then that would help you determine whether you would like it. Because you know you're talking to other avid readers. You definitely have something in common with them if you're in a book club. But I know there's a lot of people who don't. My husband doesn't like to read. None of my, well, my one son will read. He does a lot of reading. He does a lot of reading for learning himself, just trying to self-teach himself things. But he also, I think he reads some for pleasure, but I only have one out of the three that really like to read. I don't know why. They just, I think they have a little difficulty with reading. And I think my husband might have when he was coming up, and that's why he didn't enjoy reading. You know, if it's hard for you, you don't enjoy it as much. All right, so we're getting there. We're almost done, you guys. I think I'm gonna keep working on that. I'm gonna set it aside for a minute and keep working on it, but let's see how this guy's doing. So I added some rose gold to this. I'm not really feeling like it did much. Some rose gold metallic, because I was trying to get a little shimmer and shine, and it's really not doing much. It is still feeling wet because it's flocked, so it's kind of like that. So I'm not sure I want to mess with glitter. But let's see, maybe I will use some, what is this color? I'm looking at my paints over here. That's a copper. I don't know if I want copper either. Just trying to think what I want to add to it. I have several chalk paste colors that I could turn into paint to use on it. That's a Hey Pumpkin. I definitely don't want that. I'm just wondering what other color I might want to add to it. I think I'm going to add, you know what I could do? I could add some pink to it. Let me see my pinks, guys. Let me look at my pinks. See if I work with a pink, if that would make it cameo pink. Wonder if I could brush some of that on. This is a really light pink. And like I said, I'm going to finish this up after, I don't want you guys to have to sit here and watch me, but you've seen me do it enough that you understand the technique if you had never done it before. And you got to see the napkin to see if you like that. But, oh, let me get that lid off. I think I'm going to add a little pink to this. Just for fun. I don't know. I don't know if I want to use that or if I want to use this one. I have this color that would maybe pick up. This is one of those glitterific, glitterific acrylic paints, and it would pick up a lot of those other colors in there and maybe reflect them and make it kind of sparkly. I don't know if I want to do it light pink or dark pink. Let me show you my other pink that's got glitter in it. That's more purpley. I don't know. This one's called Hot Pink, and this one is light pink. Which one do you guys think? I know you're probably like, pink with orange, Susan, that is gross. But look, I think you would be surprised how cool it would look. What do you guys think? The light pink or the dark pink? I feel like the light pink picks up more of the orange and it would complement it better, but what do you guys think? I'll do whichever one you want. Whichever one you think. I think I really want glitter on it, so I'm not going to use this one. What do you guys think? Light pink or dark pink? Only problem with the light pink, I feel like it's always so thick. Ooh, I got blue in there. Whatever project I did last, I stuck a blue paintbrush in there. Light pink, you think so too? Okay, that's what I'm thinking. I'm adding some distilled water to it to thin it out a little bit, you guys. You only ever use distilled water if you're putting it in your paints, even in your makeup, any of kind of your paints, acrylic paint, chalk paste, ink, any of those things. Only use distilled water. And I think for this time, I think I thinned it out enough. I'm going to grab a paint tray just so I don't have glitter stuff on my tray, on my thing. Let's just try it and see. Hang on, I want to make sure I've shaken it up or not. Because I wanted to make it thinner because a lot of times it's like a really sticky paint and I don't like it being sticky. So let me try. And I'm using that same paintbrush. I don't even care. And again, I'm going to go down here in these creases first. Can you guys see it picking up some of the pink? Can you see some of the shimmer? I'm just trying to accentuate what I already have and you know, alter it a little bit. Not completely change it. Probably should have just done this first. I really thought the rose gold might pick it up, but it really just absorbed it and made it kind of darker. I don't like that. I don't want it darker. I want it lighter. That's what makes me feel about like the beachy, is that it's light, you know, lighter, a more pastel color, lighter color. And then I'm going to go back, get a little more. You see how watery I made it? It's not normally that watery. I'm going to go right up here at the top. And so then it kind of, you know, this is even something that kind of flows right into Halloween too. If you don't decorate for Halloween, or maybe you only put out 1 or 2 little things, then here you go. You could just add a little bit of sparkle to your pumpkins, your fall pumpkins, and have something that's Halloween-ish. Maybe you don't even care. I do. I decorate for all of it. So I'm just surprised. I just cannot get into nothing I'm seeing even out at the stores or around. Just makes me feel like, oh yeah, I want that in my house. And I know what I have in my stack, you know, in my bins. I haven't even pulled out my totes yet that have all of it. But see, we're just adding a little bit. Can you all see that? Some sparkle to it. I know it's not the easiest to see. I'm gonna have to get my lighting set up better. Now that I've got my room cleaned and I kind of rearranging it a little bit, I need to get some light situation a little bit better here. But so now I have just a hint of some pink on top. Do you see how the glitter is like flicking off of there? It's because I made it thinner. So the glitter is a little looser. If you don't like that, you could even, if you could leave it thick like it was, which is probably why they do it thick like that. Or you could even add some Mod Podge or spray seal it after you're done. I think that you could even, so that the other pumpkin that's flocked like this, you can. Good, thank you. You know how this is the sea flume? You could even, on that off-white pumpkin, you could even add some of, I might do that, some of this, some glitter that has, some glitter acrylic paint that has some of the blue in it, just to pull that off. So that might be what I'll do on that one, you guys. So anyway, I hope this gives you some fall ideas. Tomorrow I will be doing an event and I will be doing a haunted house. I hope you'll come check out what I've got in mind. I am thinking on 2 different ideas and I got to settle on it before it's my turn tomorrow. But I think I have it decided. I think I have it figured out. So anyway, ooh, now we can see it. See, we just add more glitter. That's all. You just have to add more glitter. So hopefully that's going to dry on there nicely. And if you want to spray seal it, just to be sure, you could, or don't thin out your paint and then it'll stick on there better probably. I'm just gonna add a little bit up here too, because I can. Look at all that glitter flicked off. Look at all that stuff. Ooh, you know what I could do, you guys? You know what I could do? I can grab some of that with the Mod Podge and mix it in. Make it more sticky. There we go. Problem solved. Look at all that great glitter. There we go. All right, so that's my idea for today, you guys. I hope you liked that. I hope it inspired you. Thanks for hanging out with me in the craft room. It's always more fun to craft with friends. I so appreciate you dropping by and letting me share my ideas with you. I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening. It's Friday tomorrow, you guys. And until I see you next time, as always, please be safe. Please be safe, especially if you're anywhere in the humongous wide path of this hurricane Helene. Oh my goodness. Be safe, be healthy, and always be blessed. And until I see you next time, be so inspired. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.